Assalamualaikum and good afternoon everyone. So today my partner and I will be presenting about reading habits and its effect on academic performance among students of campus UiTM Puncak Perdana. So my name is Nur Syuhada Alia binti Sa'ari and my partner for today is Siti Amirah binti Adenan. Next, we proceed to the finding. Okay, first and foremost, we ask the question about the gender. The figure 1 shows that the majority of the respondents that answer the questionnaire, we can see that most of the respondents are female, which is 70%, while the rest, which the other 30%, are answered by males. Next question is about age. The respondent age range from 18 and above years old, but most of the respondents with 81.4% were between 21 to 25 years old. And the next one is the faculty. The majority of the students from Faculty of Information Management answered the questionnaire with 81.4%. Then students from Faculty of Film, Theatre and Animation, FITA, with 18.6%. This figure shows the frequency of students visit the library to read the book and other material. The frequency was measured by Likert scale. Out of the total respondent of 50 people, 66% choose rarely and sometimes as the frequency they visit the library to read the book and other material. 10% stated that the frequency they went to the library to read the book and other material are often. There are 6% who never visit the library to read the book and other material. Next, we proceed to the next question. This study also investigates the importance of reading in academic achievement among students. The finding in this figure reveal that out of 50 respondents, 22 people with 44% agreed that reading gives a major effect on academic achievement, while 60 people with 32% respondent agree that reading just gives a moderate effect on academic achievement. However, there were 3 people with 6% that give neutral response, which means they might not know whether reading affects academic achievement or they may not have an opinion on that question. Out of 50 respondents, only 6 people with 12% respondents stated that reading gives no effect on academic performance. Next, out of 38 people with 88.4% respondent agree that knowledge that they found in any reading material helped them improve their thinking skills, while the rest stated that they neither agree nor disagree, which we can say that the respondents are somewhere between agreeing and disagreeing. For the next question is, when the respondents were asked about how often they read when it is their choice, 24 people with 48% indicates that 1 to 3 times a week, while 9 people with 18% of the respondents said that they read every day, and another 9 people representing of 18% stated that they only read during the exam season. The other 14% said that they only read once in a month. Next, responding to the question on how much time in a week the respondents spend reading school or university related material or reading social media posting. 42% of the respondents spend 2 to 3 times a week, and 30% of the respondents spend every day reading school or university related material or reading social media posting. There are 22% of the respondents only spend once a week, and another 6% of the respondents who never spend time in a week to read school or university related material. Finding in figure this show the frequency of how much time in a week they spend reading non-school or university related material. The overall 40.8% respondent agreed that they spend 2 to 3 times a week reading non-school or university related material, followed by the frequency of every day with 38.8% of the respondents. For the rest of the frequency, which is once a week with 12.2% and never with only 8.2%. When this figure is examined, it can be observed that the students of UiTM Puncak Perdana enjoy read fiction with 22%, news 20%, and romance genre 20%. followed by comics genre with 18% of the respondent, and 10% of the respondent choose religious genre as their favorite genre reading. Further, only 10% of the respondents love to read literature genre and 2% choose non-fiction genre. Next, responding to what motivates the student to read, 32% indicate that they read because of relaxation activity, need for information, a recommendation from friends and school, or university assignment consists of the same result, which is 32%. Only 1% of the respondents stated that motivate them to read is parental pressure. When a total of 50 respondents were asked why they chose to start reading, 60% stated that they chose to start reading because they were interested on the title, topic, or author. In addition, 20% indicate that they choose to start reading because of the upcoming examination, and another 60% of the respondents stated that it is because they enjoy reading. In section D, which is respondent perception, we include whether respondents think reading affects their academic performance result and state a reason for their answer. Most of the respondents start their first sentence with yes and proceed to their reasons. We may conclude that all respondents agree that reading impacts academic performance based on numerous reasons mentioned by the respondents. Some also claim that reading allows them to think outside of the box and go beyond of the syllabus. In the last question, we asked the respondents whether reading increases their English vocabulary and to state the reason for their answer. The majority of those who respond to the question said yes, totally, and yes, it is, and then explain why. Reading, according to some of them, can help with vocabulary development. This is because they are exposed to the new words and can deduce their meaning from the context of what they are reading. In addition, the more diverse their independent reading is, the more vocabulary they will absorb. Also, 20% of the respondents said that reading had taught them a lot of vocabulary that they didn't know existed before.
Conclusion. Based on the finding, it can be concluded that the majority of the respondents think that reading is important to improve their academic performance and also can help them enhance their skill, especially in thinking skill. The finding of the study also indicates that the respondents choose to read based on the title, topic, and authors first, but not because of the new information that they will find in the materials or books that they read. Some respondents only read when they have an upcoming examination. So what we can be seen here is reading can increase academic performance and will help them in answering the examination questions. In general, it seems that reading will give a positive effect on student academics, which will help them getting a better result for their future. Based on the finding and conclusions of the study, here are several recommendations to be considered. Libraries should provide up-to-date and sufficient book, journal, newspaper materials in the library so that students can add more interest to reading habits. The librarian should make the library environment attractive to students. They need to organize workshops for students on the need to engage in reading culture. Students prefer digital materials than printed text. Institutions or libraries need to provide more access to digital materials to students so that they can improve good reading habits and also improve academic performance among them. Faculty should require students to read at least 2 fiction novels per semester to cultivate reading habits in students. This is because those with reading habits can deliver speech and share their experiences, as they can encourage reading books with others equally during free times or during academics.